your journey with what you're doing and what God has planned for you. Welcome. This is Intentional Tuesdays, and we're gonna get this thing started. I'm looking good. The light just went out, so I'm trying to get it fixed. Oh, look, it's a light again. How are you doing today? Today is Tuesday. For those who may be having a long week and you're just kind of, the days are blurring in together. Yes, it happens, especially nowadays. 2025 is moving very fast. I don't think any of us are really present the way that you want to be because of how life is going for most of us. Up, down, around the coaster, down, up, sideways, backwards, forward, sad days, confusing days, happy days. And I hope that you're having a mixture of all and no overages in anyone. So I'm going to make sure. Now, today there's a different setup on my desk because I'm trying to make sure I can see your comments. A couple of them got by me last week, and I don't want to do that again. So I moved the camera over so that I can see the comments. So let me make sure that everything is going back and forth. Okay. All right. Good. Good. Now, like I said, okay, everything is, you can see my microphone. Yay! Now, let's get that going there. Now, today's Intentional Tuesday came about gratitude and harnessing it. Right now, when there's a lot going on and it really just provokes us to be angry or upset and just in our feelings or just not wanting to be attached to any of it, it's really important to make sure that you keep gratitude alive in your life. And I say that because there is a lot of power in gratitude. There's a huge amount of power, direction, and just a fortitude that each of us need to have if we are going to not just to be successful, but if we're going to have peace of mind and spirit in our life. Gratitude needs to be top on the list, regardless of what's going on around us. Now, like during the years that my health was failing, when it was just plummeting, I couldn't provide for myself. I could barely provide more than the minimum for my family. But for me, the gratitude looked like, you know what? This is what it is. And I am going to focus on what it is that I have versus what I don't have. I had to. I chose not to spend my days in depression or comparison. I just had to accept it. And that's very hard for most of us to do, to just accept whatever the situation is at that moment for ourselves. Because that's how I felt. This is what it is, and this is what I have. So now what? Because life goes on. It's not about to stop for me or anybody else. So this is what's going on. This is what you have. Now what? I made sure that I walked, I talked, and I lived in this mindset, and that I appreciated all around me. It was kind of easy for me just because I was really determined not to be depressed. I couldn't afford it. I had these young children with me. I was on my own. I needed to make sure that I pushed forward. And when I started doing this, when I started to pay attention to just what I had versus not, and really appreciating everything around me, I could easily see how it could be worse. Just how it could be worse. It was more obvious. It was more obvious. And this constant state of gratitude, it shifted me into a place of a constant mindset of appreciation. Okay. That appreciation, when I began to live from that place, just this constant place of appreciation and gratitude, God started giving me more. He started doing more and opening more doors for both me and those around me. And it was immediate. It was an immediate shift when I shifted. And I'm here to tell you that abundance starts in your mind. In your mind. I am living proof that when you change the way that you're thinking, when you really just start shifting that, everything else shifts around you. So anybody that says that the mind don't matter, that's not true. It matters a lot. It matters a lot. Now, welcome to Intentional Tuesdays, a weekly reset for professionals and entrepreneurs. Okay, this is your space to set powerful intentions, strengthen your spirit, and realign leadership with authentic purpose through simple strategies with spiritual grounded practices. They're real simple, they're easy to apply to get you some real time effects. Today's intention is to harness gratitude and intention and tools for success. Because what you focus on expands, and gratitude transforms opportunities to show up in your life. Now, let's walk through 3 steps, 3 that are going to help identify limiting beliefs, replacing those with growth-oriented thinking, and use gratitude to unlock new opportunities. Because it works. It starts here and then it shifts out moving forward. Now, step 1, identifying limiting beliefs through gratitude awareness. Now, limiting beliefs often sound like, I'll never have enough. I'm sure you've heard this before, or you've said it, or you've thought it. I don't deserve success. Many of us want more. We want to be successful, but depending on what you have been taught or shown the success looks like and what you have accepted, sometimes it seems that it's out of reach. Opportunities are for others or not myself. When you think that, man, everybody seems to get better luck, everybody seems to get what they want, but not me. And when you really internally take this in and you start believing it, it does start to create it, but it's not true. It's simply just not true. When you have gratitude in your life and you start really thinking about what I have, who I am, what I can do, just, the reality of your life, the true reality of your life, it interrupts these patterns of negative thought. Okay. When you write down 3 things that you should be thankful for every single day, and this was definitely something, okay, great, everything's working. This is something that I practice and it worked. I still utilize it. When you write down 3 things every single day that you are thankful for, whether you start the day off and you look at, okay, I woke up, what am I grateful for? Or you're reflecting, what am I grateful for? But when you start writing this down every day, you retrain your mind to notice the things that are present, not not here yet, what's missing. You're present because you're showing appreciation for the things that you currently have. And I mean, you think you need attention, they need attention, whether it's a person, place, or thing, it's an activity, a position, it wants your attention. Everything is trying to get your attention. So this is no difference. Paying attention and having that awareness is the first step to breaking a scarcity cycle. When we accept that this may not happen to me, or this dream is just too far-fetched, you stop reaching for it. You stop looking for it. You stop putting in the work or the research and the practices. You stop building these routines because you figure, well, what's the point? Why am I going to do that? Why am I going to spend more time and energy if this is an unreachable goal? If this peace that I'm seeking is unattainable? Don't do that. Don't do that. When you make sure that you pay attention, you keep it close, when you keep it close to you, then yes, now you can start to reach out and grab it and touch it because you made sure that it stayed on the forefront. So don't keep getting caught in cycles because you keep giving up. Did you know that right when you feel the worst, when you think that everything is going to go wrong, where there's nothing else to lose, and you're right there on that edge? And I say edge because it feels like you're at the end and you're done. Don't quit. Push forward, continue to climb, continue to walk because you're not done. And right there on the other side of that is triumph. That's where your goal, your success, the next level is. Right there where it feels as if there's no point. There's a big point. There's a huge point. And don't give up on yourself because who else is going to pull you to the other side? You don't know what it looks like. You don't think that it's there, but trust that it's there and keep going because I'm telling you, when it looks like everything is just, why is this happening to me? Why is this not happening to me? It's right there. If you quit, then you're not going to find out. You can't prove me wrong if you stop. So don't stop. Keep moving forward. Keep going. Now, step 2. You want to replace the belief of not being able to have it with a growth-oriented intention. What does that look like? Once you've spotted and with the 12 steps, and maybe if you don't know, the first thing is always acknowledgement. You don't know you have a problem. So if you don't acknowledge it, it's kind of hard to work on it. That makes sense. That sounds very simple. So acknowledging it. Once you see, I have a thought that's limiting, that it's a negative, that it's not positive at all, you counter it with an intention that's going to be more expansive. When you hear, I don't think that this opportunity is going to come, you counter it with, I know that opportunity is closer than I think. I know that I can have that I can be that it's coming my way. I'm closer to it than I think, and I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to grab it. It's right there. Counter it. Tell yourself, this is not even just the only opportunity that I'm going to have. That's just the one that I see in front of me. There's many more that I haven't noticed yet. There's many more coming my way. Create this thought of expansion and so that you can understand the world is full of opportunities. Why do you think that there's only just this one? Why? There's plenty of things. There's so many different things that can happen quickly that can change your life that would all immediately show you that there's different scenarios that your life can still go through. And you've seen it. You've seen the plan A's, the plan B's, the left turn, right turn, the forks in the road. So you know that life does not throw just one thing at you. You know that. So why do we accept that there's only one opportunity or that this is it for me? Nothing has shown you that before. So do not believe that is going to start now, because it's not. There's plenty of things out there and options. You have a huge amount of options. So do not limit yourself to just think that life is just slowing down. That's not true. You want to change a scarcity thought of just like, I don't deserve this. Why not? You've been working hard. You really want it. And I'm sure you're not going to quit. You may feel like it, but why don't you think you deserve it? You know why you feel that way? Because you're not paying attention to all that you are doing, the things that you are aware of, and the things that you can control to make you feel better prepared. You can control that. You just have to want it, pay attention, and give yourself credit. Those small things count. What are you doing? And just accept, can you do more? Is there more that you can shift in your schedule and your time and your effort? And as long as you can say, yeah, there is, then guess what? There is. And that's it. That's all that matters. And you just change it. I am worthy of success because you are. And walk in alignment of your purpose. Well, I'm not sure exactly what it is. I'm not sure the full picture. It's okay. What do you think it is? What does it feel like? What feels good to you? What attracts you? What is your best quality that you just know comes so easy within yourself? Stay true to yourself, and you're probably more aligned with your purpose than you think. The bigger picture is something that God watches and that He controls. You don't have to see all of it. You're so nosy. I'm just saying, but look at the parts that you do know. What do you feel? Stay in alignment of what you believe is true for yourself. And that will be success, and it will help lead your steps so that you don't waste time or get lost. So don't tell yourself that you don't know. You're just not quite sure and you don't know all of it. which is absolutely fine. Now, pairing gratitude with the intention shifts and that inner narrative that we have from ourselves, from lack and possibility, just that different understanding, it creates a mental space of new outcomes because it starts here. When you can see it, you can achieve it, but it starts here. Think about it. This is all the stuff, the things that work behind your mind and behind your eyesight. Before you can see that something's real, you imagine it, you think it, you wonder, right? You get a little curious. And that's all the things that work inside. You can't see your thoughts, but for some reason, we think that you have to be able to see it before it's real. What about all the things that you can't see and the things that you think about on a regular basis? Not just the negative ones, think about the positive ones too. Those memories that you can no longer play out in real life. That doesn't mean they don't exist or that they never existed. There's so many different receipts and proof that the things that we don't see doesn't mean that it's not real or that it's not attainable. So don't give into that mindset that we tend to take on when we really need some answers and we're desperately seeking some type of proof that this is going to go down. Pay attention to your heart. Pay attention to that whisper in your ear and pay attention to the things that you don't necessarily see. Make sure that you shift them so that you are seeing goodness for yourself versus desperation and separation and doubt. You want to focus on that? I ain't think so. So the third step, practicing this gratitude is one thing to just do something once a day or to have an appreciation. And then there's another thing to change the mindset, but to continue. You want to practice this. You want to do it into a sense where it becomes a routine and it's an automatic thought that when you wake up, you're like, thank you. Everyone did not do this first part of the morning. So thank you. When you lay down, you want to get into the habit of saying, you know what? Today wasn't so bad. I made it through another one. I did this, this, and this. I saw this person. I observed this. This person came to me. This comment wasn't said to me, or I helped this person. When you slow down life for a little bit and you start looking at it in reflection, looking backwards, and the end of the day, it's amazing of all the things that God worked out for you. The timing, the opportunities, the things that did not happen, because I'm telling you, be grateful for the things you don't have problems with. All of that. When you look at that at the end of the day, it gives you more hope for tomorrow, as well as it allows you to really be present and accept this is what happened to me in my life right now. If I don't wake up tomorrow, it wasn't that bad. Today was a good day. I'm just saying. I don't know if mama cooked the breakfast with no hog, but today wasn't so bad. It was pretty decent. So you get to go to sleep without the worries and the stress of trying to create something or trying to pull something in that you can't control. You go to bed at the end of your day in a better place. You sleep a little better. You might even snore a little bit. I'm just saying it helps. But practicing this with the intention as a daily tool for not just yourself, but leadership. We are all teachers and students, each and every single one of us. So don't you tell yourself that you're not a leader. Yes, you are. I'm sure you're leading your families, your peers, your family, your community. People are looking up to you. People are curious about who you are and what it is that you have to say. You can't help it. There are people that you are influencing, and leadership is about influencing and helping others to be the best that they can be in their lives and whatever their situation is. Leadership does not come with just a simple title for your job. No. That's why some of us have a lot of the cycles and issues that we have. We think that this is just a role for work. And then you start pop locking when you go home, trying to figure out why there's chaos. There's not a separation. Teachers, students, leaders, and yes, even followers. So you have to be aware of what that looks like for you and don't play games with it. Do it intentionally and understand that it's just the truth. When you forget your role in any of those four, that's how we get lost. That's why we get confused. So always remember those things. You're a teacher, you're a student, you're a leader, and a follower. and play your position, homie. I'm just saying, just remember that. But using these things daily in your journey, in your walk, it turns this rhythm, it turns into like your routine, just something that you don't have to think twice. You don't have to schedule anymore. Okay. You don't have to put the alarms on for you. You become this becomes your new norm. And I'm sure you can see that with a lot of other habits that we have where you don't even think about it anymore. Remember a time when it was new, when you were, wondering how this was going to work out? Now it's just every day. This is no different. So it just has a little positive twist on it, just a little positive twist. So you start implementing this, you start getting it into your blood, into your cells, you start moving from this place. And each day it will bring to you 3 things to be grateful for. You'll have that at least one intention that's going to start your day. Now, God is in control of that day, so don't be just holding itself accountable. Don't hold it real tight, being like, oh my gosh, this didn't happen. Let's not be ridiculous. But all we can do is try. So you set that intention. How am I moving into this day, this morning? Set your intentions. Do it every day. And then end the day reflecting backwards. Ask yourself, how did gratitude open a door for me today? How did that appreciation play a role into what happened today? Maybe even play with the thought of, well, what was I thinking yesterday? What did I go to sleep with yesterday? And did I see a difference in yesterday and today? Reflection can show you so much about yourself and give you the heads up about what's coming. When you just take the time to slow down and include it. This practice, it not only reprograms your way of thinking, it strengthens resilience because you got through it, so you can do it again. You've been through worse and you're not about to deal with that again. It boosts the emotional intelligence because you get to see it from a different perspective. When you reflect and when you show gratitude, you get to take yourself and all the emotions out of your situation so that you can see what God was doing with it on the front, in the middle, and the end. You get to kind of see how everything played with each other, how it interacted, and you get to see the mini miracle that it was because you had nothing to do with the beforehand. You didn't have anything to do with how it was going to go down in the middle. You didn't have anything to do with how it ended up. So you get to watch this miracle in your life. And it doesn't matter what category, what realm it is in your life, personal, professional, big or small. But when you get to take yourself out of it and be observant of that, it's like, wow, look at God. Look at how massive that small thing was, or that one situation. Look at all the different situations that you actually went through yesterday, are going through today, and will go through tomorrow. We don't get to see that kind of big picture. So just accept it. You're not going to see everything, but it's amazing. And when you open yourself up to that, you get to control those emotional extremes because you get to see and you understand that God uses everything, whether we think it's bad or good. He uses everything together, and he was there in the beginning and he will be there in the end, and you will get through. So there's no reasons to have these extreme emotions of fear, of doubt, worry. You can get through it and you have your receipts. And because you are showing gratitude, they're current receipts. Okay, it was just last night. It was just today. It wasn't 2 years ago the last time that you felt good. No, it's right now. And that's going to make a big difference in your life. And it's going to attract opportunities that are going to align with your growth and your leadership purpose. How do I know that? Because that's exactly what is happening to me, what has happened, and to the people I work with and the people I look around and I see. God is here for all of us. But let's open ourselves up to see that when you are present and no longer looking backwards, you see those things in front of you, those steps, those next steps, they look a little different because now you have a better understanding that this is working along something else. There's something else attached to this, and I want to go see it. I want to see what's next. I want to make sure that I don't spend a lot of time looking to my left and to my right, looking backwards, being confused. I'm going to keep moving intentionally. And when you do that, you know These opportunities are going to hit a little different because you are moving different than how you used to. What it was beforehand when you had to figure it out, when you didn't think that there was going to be options, when you didn't think that it was accessible to you, when you didn't think that you deserved it. But now that you know, I'm just saying, now that you know that it is out there for you, that you can do whatever you like, that you can reach these opportunities, that you're going to keep them in the forefront, that you're going to show appreciation, whether it comes into fruition or not, that you are going to appreciate who you are and what you have. And the people around you right now, the opportunities come because God says, I see you. And I'm happy that you appreciate what I'm doing for you. But I'm not done. Thank you for appreciating what I'm doing for you and trusting me that I'm doing more. Let me show you. Let me show you what else I'm doing for you. You think you were good and you appreciated the stuff that you have right now? Let me show you what else I can do with that. Let me show you what you can do with what you have right now. God loves to show us, and he thinks it's funny, I'm sure, to think when you think, I know it all, I'm good. No, he will show you. You thought that was it? I got this for you. I want you to go over here. I want you to help this person. You get to have all of that. Share some of this. That's going to give you so much. That's what happens. You think that you're just showing gratitude so that you can be content. No. That's not the truth at all. You're showing gratitude and appreciation not to be content, but to expand, to have so much overflow that you can share it, that you are actually the person who's going to change your surroundings, your environment, and influence others. That's the leader in you. That's that gift and purpose in you. And God does not want you to waste that because you're just sad about something you didn't get. He has plenty to give you. So you keep looking forward. Okay. Now, like I said, those 3 steps, let's recap real quick. Step 1, use gratitude to spot and disrupt those limiting beliefs. Just cut them off. Cut them off. Step 2, replace those beliefs with intentional, growth-focused truths. We're not going to keep dealing with lies, and Lord knows with social media and everything else that's going on, we have plenty of lies to have to sort through. So you keep your truths. And the 3rd step, practice the gratitude and intention every day to expand your opportunities, just to expand it. I hope that today's intention gave you a powerful reminder of how gratitude and intention can change your leadership journey, both personally and professionally. Because you woke up today. Therefore, you still have things to do, have to experience. Your journey is not over. Now, you can follow me on Instagram _ let me see if I can put it. I'm going to try it. Yeah. You can follow me on Instagram _ Penny Owens, or at the United Front Network on Instagram, or on Facebook at Empowerment Over Sacrifice. And you can go to my workshops and look at my website, which is www.pennyowens.com. So there's plenty of places that you can look for me. We are here every week with these weekly tools and insights. So I would love for you to come back, bring your friend, and don't come by yourself. Okay. Share this with a friend, a colleague, a neighbor, whomever you feel is ready to step into the leadership with gratitude and purpose. Somebody who may not feel the same way that you do. They don't have that understanding. You grab them by their coattails and bring them on over here. Gratitude, it is key. And intention is the map. Together, they unlock doors you didn't even know existed. They truly do. So you make sure you keep them together. This is Penny Owens from Penny Owens LLC, a leadership, empowerment, and personal development consultancy, where we just keep helping professionals, entrepreneurs, and small business owners to live and lead in their authentic purpose, starting with the hearts of the leaders and expanding to their teams, the environments, and the community that they influence. We are changing the culture of leadership from the inside out. Now, join me every Tuesday at 12 noon Central Standard Time. And next week's intention will be it will be stop waiting. 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. 3 steps to create your own moment. How to set yourself up for success. A lot of us don't have success because we keep waiting for somebody else to bring it in. But I'm going to let you know, we're not doing that no more. There's plenty that you can do. And I'm going to give you at least 3 steps to make sure that you create your own moment and stop waiting for somebody else. Now, always remember that you should lead with purpose in your purpose. And I will see you next week on Intentional Tuesdays.